Welcome to Toffee TV, backed by Vanarama, driving fan TV. This summer, we're doing an England preview. It's the semi-final. It is a big game. It's a massive game. Let's not kid ourselves. It's a massive game. We've done reaction videos for the World Cup, and obviously we did some previews for all the groups. But we just thought it was important to have a little chat about this game in particular, because it's the biggest England game for 22 years since the Euro 96 semi-final. Obviously first World Cup semi-final since 1990.
Unbelievable.
And it's huge, isn't it? It is absolutely mammoth, because there's been a whole generation of kids who have never seen this.
Yeah, it's massive, and the difference, like last time when we were there, and in 90, I was 18, and the feelings were so different. But I think I've said a couple of times, certainly on the reaction videos we've done and stuff, and on the footy show, I quite like this England team. And it's weird, because I come into this tournament with no feelings either way about it. I just wasn't really bothered. But Southgate's grown on me massively. The players, there's no one I really... I even don't even hate Dele Alli in this tournament, and he's not someone I like particularly.
Or Jordan Henderson.
Henderson's been brilliant, to be fair to him. Pickford's been marvellous, obviously. Harry Kane's fantastic. But the team just seems like a team without... We haven't had wags, and we haven't had all the nonsense that has gone before. And these lads have come into it with probably the lowest expectation of any England squad for years, for as long as I can remember. And they've gone about the business, and people can go, they've had an easy route and all that. You can only beat what's in front of you.
I think, going back to 1990, 86 was my first World Cup, and I remember being young, and obviously very young, and being quite disappointed by it all, but thinking, well, England got a good team, and the hand of God thing give almost like them out and out. 1990 was, again, getting to a semi-final, and it almost being like, these England are a good team, it's what you'd expect. And again, maybe like the same in 96, it was like, well, it's England, you expect them to do okay. But as I said, there's been a generation who've seen nothing but overhyped England teams, and little coming out of it. And that's been the major problem. And I think that's where I think the issues have sprang from, is that all these players have been overhyped. There's problems with the media, and as you just said, it's always been like a circus. 2006, you had all the wags, and you'd had like Sven, who wasn't exactly an example, and all these egos, and the things like playing players who weren't fit, and playing players who weren't in the wrong positions, and almost fitting together a team that PR wise looked the piece, making sure that all the players that are featured on all the sponsorship posters or whatever are there, whereas every time there's been a degree of success or a degree of doing better than they thought, England have had players that have come in and done a job. And I think back to 96, and I think I'll put important people like Steve Stone were. People like that, and who had no right and to be in there, and 1990, everyone remembers it for Gaza, but Gaza going into the tournament, there was question marks whether he was going to even be in the squad, and yet he grew as the squad's gone on. And I think that's something that's happened with this. 18 months ago, you look at that England team and you're just like, or some of those England players, some of those players weren't even there 18 months ago, a year ago, but you look at some of those players over the last 18 years and you go, who's that? What is that? And it's literally what we've all been calling for. And as Southgate's got more comfortable with the job, and he's gone out and got into other sports and seek the ideas of how to deal with them, not only deal with the media, but also how to get the percentages. It's all just fallen right, and he's worked with the media, and I think that's why people fell out with the media over the leaking of the team. And everything's just come together, and everyone's quite positive about it. And why not be?
should be positive. There's people who follow England everywhere, who love England and all that, and we're up here aren't as not patriotic, but just aren't as into it. We love our club more than that has changed. That. I mean, it might have always been the case. I think I've always loved Everton more than England, but I always wanted England to do well, and I remember the 1990 being devastated when Germany beat us, because at the end of the day, it's the country, it's our country, and that's what we're represented at football. So why wouldn't you want a bit of what Spain had, or a bit of what France have had, or a bit of Brazil, and have Germany, and have that thing, that bounce? You know what else I think it's really, really important for would be grassroots football, which is really on its arse, let's be honest, because it's ignored. The amount of money sloshing around in professional football, grassroots should be well stocked, because they're the opportunities of the future. And I think if we were to win it, the bounce, I think, for the country as a whole, and in terms.
Well, I think what it'd show is that if England were to win it, and all the riches, or whatever you want to call it, that come with it, you do get that bounce, and you do get that feel good factor, and then there's a pressure then to put money into it. It was supposed to happen with the Olympics in 2012. It never happened. It just never. They were promised all kinds afterwards, because the feel good factor of the country was so high. We never got it, and there's obviously political reasons why we never got it, but you'd hope that from this you will get it, because I think St George's Park has changed a lot. Because for some, you think about it, for years before major games and stuff, or tournaments or whatever, before they flew out to these places, they trained at the back of a hotel complex and things like that. They've got professional. You've seen the younger players winning, doing the 17s, doing the 20s, 21s, the winning trophies, and these players have come through that. And I think the academy system seems to be bearing fruit now for these young lads. But I think it's got to work further down.
Go and look at the England starting 11 now, the weekend against Sweden.
They're all championship.
There's Harry Kane and there's one more, Jesse Lingard. Everybody else have been at academies at Sterling's at QPR for Liverpool, Bolton, Stones, Barnsley, Maguire, Sheffield United, Walker, Sheffield United, Trippier was
Maguire.
I know Trippier was City as well, wasn't he?
But he left there.
Gone. Then Pickford had been at. I think it's 9 of the 11 or 8 of the 11 that started were at team championship sides, academies and stuff, which is incredible.
But
it's absolutely
nearly every single one of them has played in the championship at some point, whether it be on loan or started there. So, and that shows you again that playing football at a young age really, really helps as well. All this players being, whether you like the loan system or not, players need to play, and whether it be they start in the championship and make their way up, whatever it is, they need to play. But going back to what you said about grassroots, that's got to be a key part of anything that happens now. It's got to be happening. It's got to, because it's all right saying St George's Park works or the academies work or whatever, but it's where'd you find them before that?
Exactly.
That's got to start happening. There's got to be money.
There'll always be kids that come through later than academy level. Always there will be. I'm telling you now.
But don't get me wrong. Not sitting here going to say, oh, that's all this government's job or fault, or that government's fault or whatever. The teams and the Premier League have got to start putting that money in. They've got to start putting into grassroots football, whatever it takes. We're a stone's throw away from a new pitch that's getting done not far from here. A pitch that's been getting used for years, and they've just put a couple of AstroTurf pitches in. They've put better changing rooms in and those kind of things. It means that hopefully that those pitches will allow kids that the games won't have to get called off now for weeks, because that's the problem now. It's like 6, 8, 7 weeks. Games are getting called off every single week, so we need to eliminate that. Kids need to be playing all the time, and hopefully that'll start happening. Hopefully that'll be the bounce from this. But as you were saying, I like these. I like them. I think they're a good group of players. But ultimately, it comes down to whether you like them or not. It comes down to the fact that they're winning games of football, and you know, you've got to look at Southgate and say he's done a brilliant job. He took risks. People questioned the putting Walker in the side at centre back, Trippier at right wing back, but it's all worked. You know what I mean? You know, it's
Trippier's been excellent.
So his set pieces are absolutely fantastic. Walker, not naturally a great defender in that position, but his pace gets him out of a lot of trouble. Yeah. So, footballing wise, he's built this team and it's working. And it you know, from that point of view, I think he's done really well.
He's done brilliantly, and it's the thing is like with the likes of Sterling as well, just gets so much stick. And it's like there's just an agenda against him. He was brilliant on Saturday, just didn't score a goal. But his running, his direct running, terrifies teams, and it allows a bit of space for Harry Kane or for Jesse Lingard to ghost in or for Ali to go. So people have to look at the bigger picture. Everyone, the reason why England are doing so well is everybody is doing their role. I don't particularly like Harry Maguire. I think he's a liability most of the time. Saturday, where it was a physical battle, he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Henderson wasn't a lover of him, but in this tournament, he's been a real leader.
They just fit together well.
They're all put together perfectly well. Ashley Young at left back, you know, left wing back, and you've got Danny Rose, who's naturally an athlete, but Ashley Young's been good and has got that little bit of nastiness in him.
But all those things of taking chances with those players as well and letting them bed in and ignoring the media, asking for your Joe Hart and this kind of, that player's never been to a big tournament. Well, so what? Let them grow together. The thing about the Sterling thing is, what I like about the Sterling thing is, everyone can see there's an agenda. Whereas in the past, it mightn't have been seen, or you know, everyone can see there's an agenda, and everyone doesn't like the agenda.
No.
So therefore, straight away you can just you can shine a light on the problem and go, we're not having this, and that's what's really good as well.
If we win the game, I hope he gets the winner. I really do, because I said that we done a thing for ball seat at the start of it, and it was like who's the unlikely hero, and I went for Sterling because of the stick he's had. And I still think if you actually go and look at the games, he's been one of them. Alright, his finishing lets him down, but he's been vital in every game, and I think tonight against these he's vital.
Just how much do you think Pep Guardiola's tactics in the coming into the Premier League have influenced this style of play?
Well, I think Southgate I think he's always played if you look at Middlesbrough, he played the 3. If you look at England '96, he was part of a 3. That was kind of where he was his most comfortable, because he was a defender who liked to bring the ball out. He was a midfield player first. He dropped back and was then he was like a player like a John Stones, but John Stones a little bit more cultured. Southgate, that was his role, and in that back 5, Venables it was really who was that. So he adopted that. I remember Middlesbrough playing that. So that's a style he likes. I think what Guardiola's done is he's enabled a style like that to grow because he's influencing players in the Premier League. So people it's easy for the likes of Stones, he plays that way, but the likes of Kyle Walker has got used to playing that way. Fabian Delph comes in and he's playing that way, and other managers are looking and going, look at the way he plays here, and it's becoming that way of playing. That continental feel is taking over, so it fits in almost perfectly with Gareth Southgate. We could have been sat here with Sam Allardyce as the England manager if he wouldn't have been slurping on pints of wine, and it would have been a totally different style. But the manager, everything, when sometimes these kind of things happen, every bit falls into place perfectly at that time. This is what it feels like. The draw's gone favourably, but other teams have been knocked out. It's not his fault, you know, the way it felt. I mean, how important was that Januzaj goal in terms of fate almost? You know, we know that Pickford deliberately went with the wrong arm, but you know, how important could that be?
It.
And it's all the stars have aligned perfectly.
I just think that it's really interesting that we're looking at, rather than every other year, people say, why aren't we looking at the French way, why aren't we looking at the Dutch way, why aren't we looking at the Spanish way, why aren't we looking at the German way? The manager's actually gone, why aren't we looking at the best team in the country? Because this is what always made me laugh years gone by, whoever England manager might have had a Beckham, a Scholes, you know, a Neville, you know, half of the Man United team yet wasn't playing the Man United style, who were the best team in the land for years and years, and you're thinking, Why didn't England adopt that style? Because that's what Spain did. Spain adopted the Barcelona style because they knew they were the best team in the world and said, well, we've got
the crux of players.
We've got the core, and the other players who were mostly Real Madrid play against that style and they counter that style, so they know how to play that style because they've got to counter it. They adapted to it and it worked perfectly.
And that's the hybrid of it, didn't you? Because you had a bit of the team that could mix it and go, all right, do you want to mix it?
But then when
he broke the ball,
when Germany won it, they had loads of Bayern Munich players who were playing for Pep Guardiola. So it
just, what are you saying? Pep keeps winning.
Well, he has
tournaments.
The last three World Cups. The two before, the players at his club have influenced the national team. But that's the way I think it should be. You shouldn't be looking outside. You should be looking at your team and saying, who have we got and how can their influence? And you're right, Stones, Walker, Sterling,
Delps in the squad.
And then the likes of the other players, Henderson and Kane, who play against them and know they're the best. It doesn't take much to change their game. So,
well, what you've got is you're right. You've got those players who play that way. You've got a goalkeeper in Pickford who can play that way quite comfortably. He's being key to the way they want him to play as well. Again, why he would have got the nod over Butland and Pope, as well as just being better than the pair of them anyway. And then you've got the energy of Henderson who play in the pressing game at Liverpool and things like that. So you've got a way of playing. You've got a hybrid of that because you've got different styles within that. And at the top end of the pitch, you've got fantastic world-class centre forward, and I've said it before. I got him wrong. I backed myself with players, but I got Harry Kane wrong. I didn't think he would develop the way he has. He's phenomenal, and people look at goals against Colombia. He was incredible, and people were telling me he was rubbish apart from the pen. And it's like, watch the game. Don't look at the goal. Watch everything else he does with the ball. He carries the ball, protects the ball, he wins us free kicks and everything. And when you've got someone at the top end of the pitch who can score goals and who people are scared of, other people thrive. Jesse Lingard's running. Kid never stops running, ever. So everyone's complimented everyone. It's great.
So what about the opposition, Croatia? Because they're a good side, but they're not a great side, are they? And I think it's funny because I think they got things that England haven't got. And England have got things that they haven't got.
It should be a really interesting game. You've got in Rakitic and Modric, you've got two of the best midfield players in the world, in my opinion. They're both fabulous footballers. Certainly two of the best in Europe, without a shadow of a doubt, playing at the top clubs. You've got in Mandzukic, you've got a real outlet. Okay, he's not quick, but he's big and he's strong and he doesn't mind mixing it. You've got Rebic, who's been really good off the left hand side, Perisic, who's excellent, who can play right left, and still got a little turn of pace about him. They're not blessed with pace, which is one of the things I thought coming into it that they may struggle with. And look, they've got through twice on penalties, so it isn't as if they've cruised their way through. But they're a good side at the back. Lovren's been excellent for them, as has Vida. Them two have been really good, but again, Kane can get at them. There's no issue there with it. So, as good a side as they are, and they are a good side, England, it's a good opportunity. To be honest, it's a great opportunity for both sides. It really is an opportunity neither of them might get again. They play in each other. It's a game where they know both can beat the other one, and you've got the opportunity to play France in the final. France have got some wonderful players, but disjointed at times, and you can get at them as well. So there's a massive opportunity, and England being in the final three, which is what they're in now, the World Cup. What a performance, on a big push tonight. Beat these, got an unbelievable opportunity of being world champions, as have Croatia.
I suppose one of the big things tonight will be the mental approach to the game, because my only worry would be that Rakitic, Modric and Mandzukic have been there. They are big game players who've been
in big finals.
Big finals. Modric and Rakitic do it every year. They collect trophies. Modric has been winning Champions League for fun. So that would be my only worry. But
then again, they were a penalty kick away from being out. against Denmark, weren't they? And you know, in the last round they got through again. Was it Russia? It was Russia, wasn't it? They beat on penalties. You know, the lad who equalised, Fernandes. It's the worst penalty you'll ever see. Doesn't even hit the target. So yes, you're right. They have got that. But are England a better team than Russia? Absolutely, by a mile, by a country mile. So Russia had them all over the place at times. Yes, Croatia are dangerous. You're right. Experience. If England can play the way they have been, manage the game, because I thought against Sweden they were fabulous at managing the game. If they can approach it the same way and just go out and play that way with a freedom almost, I think they can win. First goal, like in a lot of football matches nowadays, is absolutely key. And if England get it, I think
and obviously set pieces are going to be a big thing. England,
they're good. They're very well. Both sides, to be fair, both sides are a real threat off set pieces, but England have been really good off set pieces in this, which you know, ironically, we've seen a manager last night that doesn't practice them and he goes out to one. So it shows you that set pieces are key.
They are key. Vanarama have done a van. Well, talk us through it, Baz.
Well, it's the Vanarama van, which is what they do. The clue's kind of in the name. And they've got a local artist in. A dirt artist who's incredibly talented, obviously, by what he's produced. So basically, Vanarama have done the advert, and there's a Harry Kane on one side, but the thing that is of particular interest to us is that Jordan Pickford saving the penalty against Colombia is on the other side, and it's incredible. And there's a tagline of no more years of dirt, you know, and you know, it's the opportunity for England to do it. But in terms of the artwork on it, and in terms for us, Jordan Pickford, our goalkeeper, getting that kind of, basically what they're saying is the two stars of this England team are Jordan Pickford and Harry Kane, and that as an Evertonian, you know, can only be good. And Everton's name's bounced all over the world at the moment because he is the goalkeeper, the cat. So hopefully he has another fantastic display. But it's a really. Let's
hope he doesn't. Let's hope he has a quiet night. Let's hope he hasn't.
Let's hope Harry Kane is the real hero. Time.
Let him have all the.
Let him have it now. Let's take the spotlight off our Geordie. He's all right now. He needs to chill and let Harry Kane bring it on.
Get the golden boot. Get it sorted. You know.
Oh, I really want Sterling to score the winner.
He can get the win in the final.
Oh, imagine that. That'd stick in a few people's throats, wouldn't it? Would. Hey.
Yeah. Let him have the final.
Yeah. Harry tonight with the Vanarama van. Score, go out, get in a Vanarama van, drive it round. There you go. Come on, England.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Where are you watching it? Are you watching at home, you know, behind the couch, or you're going out to...
Where are you watching it?
There. I'll tell you later. Let us know what you're up to. Are you going to a big fan park, or you go behind the couch at home with family like Baz?
I'm not going behind the couch. I'm sure be sitting on the couch. Okay. Right. Then have a crossbar challenge at half time and a full time. There you go.
Thanks for watching Toffee TV. If you haven't already, please subscribe, click the bell for alerts, and if you want more videos, join us over on Patreon. We'll see you later.